Good evening and welcome to the Triple A's Plus M. We're here with the entire crew. Hey, Miss Andrea.
Hi, August. How you doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How are
Good.
you, Miss Anitra?
I'm great. Laughing at Miss Andrea.
And how are you, Miss M, Miss Mo?
I am hanging on.
Okay. That's what she said, hanging on. All right. So you see what kind of attitude it is today. We have a number of things, but we always start out with the best. Who's out there? Is Angry Army Vet with us?
I
Hey.
see. I see Katie. I see Connie. I see Jamie, Lizzie, Angry Army Vet, Miss Maureen, Susan. Whoa, we got a full house tonight.
I
Yes,
know,
Miss
Hey,
right?
hey,
Holly.
people.
love it.
Yeah.
Where
Well,
they at? Where
beautiful people.
they at?
Thank
Let's
you for
go
joining
ahead
us.
and get started with Miss Andrea. Miss Andrea is bringing some heat tonight. What you got, Miss A?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everyone from joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure. And the one thing that I like to talk about tonight is we haven't been talking about ICE, and they have been real quiet. And when they're quiet, that means something is going on that's really not nice. And so, I was reading up on it and I was watching some shows. And the one thing I found out about was this 31-year-old they let out of the ICE detention center, and he was mentally unstable, and they didn't let the family know that they would be letting him out, and he didn't make it. He froze, and I was like, see, I don't know why they didn't let the family know. And
Mm.
then we had a 29-year-old. He had leukemia in Georgia, and they denied him medical care, and he didn't make it either. And I don't know why we're not helping our people. We can't forget that ICE is out there doing things that are not nice. In El Cajon, they're starting to force feed them, and because people are going on hunger strikes. They're going on hunger strikes because they're so unhappy. Some of these people they're keeping in these ICE detention centers for up to a year. And now they're about to build another one. And this is one of the largest ones they're going to build. And they're fighting it. So, August, if you could play the video, they're going to talk about that one.
We are learning when ICE plans to start operating its new detention facility over on the east side. According to Bexar County Commissioner Tommy Calvert, ICE plans to start using it by the end of September. The 640,000 square foot facility sits in the commissioner's district. He shared a letter from the feds detailing plans. You may recall back in February, ICE bought the warehouse for $66.1 million. According to ICE, the facility will house an average daily population of 500 to 1,500 people. Meantime, Commissioner Calvert criticizing the agency, saying he plans to continue to try and stop it from opening.
And keep in mind, they're getting money for putting people in these ICE facilities because they don't care about them. They don't care about them. They just taking them in there. They seem to disappear. Either they're deporting them to their home country, or they're deporting them to some unknown country, and you never hear from them again. And the little girls, I'm sad over them because they still are doing things with them little girls that they shouldn't be. And then when they impregnate them, that you don't see them at all. You see the baby, and you don't hear from the girls again. So everybody, we still need to watch out and keep praying and working together, and making sure that we're paying attention, and make sure you know where your children are at night. So what do you think about the ICE situation, Anitra?
I don't like the idea of putting anybody in any kind of camps, especially under this administration. They're inefficient. They don't do things right. Where are you getting 66 million, well, $0.1 million at to buy the facility? But then what they're gonna put into it to house them, feed them, keep them, sanitation, health care. The idea that people are who are mentally ill or physically compromised with illness not being taken care of. That says a lot of bad stuff about our country. And unfortunately, it says a lot about our government. And I think they should be charged with some kind of depraved indifference, murder too, or something, because it's neglect and it's not okay. If I did it, I'd be in big trouble.
And that's funny you said that, because in California, they're blocking health inspectors from even going into some of the facilities, and so California is enacting a Stop ICE Neglect bill. So that is very true. And some of the food, you should mention the food, some of the food that they feed them, like the lettuce, as people were saying, they're getting their stomachs sick, and they're not able to control themselves. Like the beef with the screw worms, and the eggs, they got the salmonella. So we're feeding these inmates. Well, they're not inmates. They I don't know what to call them, because
I call them hostages, but you call
yeah,
them what you
that's
want. They hostages.
yeah.
And I worked in a prison for 7 years. I know there's some good food in there, but sometimes it's not so hot. And the green bologna is a real thing. So
Yes.
I'm just saying, so they're not even being paid for on a stipend like those people, and they can buy their own food sometimes if they have other options. Not all of them do, but I'm just saying that's beside the point. If we're going to do it, then we need to do it right or don't do it at all. And quit preying on these people. And it should be across the board. I don't care if you brown, if you white, if you overstayed your visa, then make it universal. Treat them right. Get them back to their home country if you can. But what
And
they're doing
Oh,
is evil.
let me jump in
Obama.
real quick, ladies.
Okay.
Let's kind of read some of these because I'm loving the comments. I like
Mhm.
the interaction. Let's bring our people in because they have a lot to say. So let's hear from our supporters. Who got Angry Army Vet?
I'll do
And,
it. And ICE and DHS are collecting DNA data from immigrants and immigrant children. Nothing good can come from that. I agree. Miss Katie, if it were about proper deportation, there wouldn't be all these concentration camps. Exactly. They're not deporting them. They're keeping them. They're making money off of these people. And I agree with you, Jamie. They aren't detention centers. They're concentration camps.
And with Maureen, no one should be treated this way.
Yes, exactly.
and nobody's covering it on the news. You're not even hardly seeing it, in any kind of media formation because they're hiding it because they're quiet. Again, like they said. I mean, on top of what they're doing to the Haitians, why are they doing this?
I was gonna bring up the Haitians. Now, the Haitians, Haiti is one of those countries where they are telling people not to travel to because it's too dangerous. But they took these people's temporary protective status away. You're only supposed to be able to do that if the country that they came from is safe to go back to. That's the whole point of temporary, right? Now
At
they're
least in our
giving
eyes.
people, they're giving these people a choice. You either go back to a war-torn country where you could possibly die, or wear an ankle monitor as if you're a criminal. These people haven't done anything wrong. They de-legalized these people. They were here legally. They took away their legal status.
It was a gentleman today that was on the TV, and he had been here 25 years, and he was here for protected status, and they sent him back, and he said, I don't know what to do here. I don't even know. I mean, they don't know the language because they speak English. They don't know the language. They don't know the customs, and we just kick them out the country. And Jamie makes a point also. She said they are for profit. That's why. That's 66, because I saw that amount, and I'm like, all these kids going hungry, all these seniors going hungry, and the food is spoiling in the stores that we are giving to the inmates. I mean, everything about what we're doing is wrong.
It is.
Not only that, I just want to stay ready, not get ready. All right.
Right.
Let's hear from Wine Dance. Wine Dance, welcome. Welcome to our sit down. We truly appreciate you being here. Let's hear what Wine Dance have to say.
There we go. What I don't understand is why isn't the law enforcement, especially the state police, not protecting citizens? Serve and protect, right?
You would think. You
You
would
I'm gonna get a
would
refund.
think.
You would think.
And Julie Brown says Congress members aren't even what they do. They're not letting the Congress members in either. They're not letting anyone in. They're only listening to Donald Trump. And I don't know what kind of situation he was raised in, you know, because he was wealthy, but to deny children, to deny people care, I'm so disappointed with our current president.
And like
I
Connie
just want to
said,
say,
it's terrible. United States is becoming unrecognizable. We at least used to front. We used to pretend and hide the other stuff. Now it's all out in the open, which it needs to be. But like I said, the curtain's been pulled back. Toto then pulled it back, and we see there's a dude back there doing stuff. And now we're responsible for what we know and what we do. Point
well,
blank. Period.
well, one thing I will say, our slip is definitely showing, and you should
Mhm.
never have your slip hanging that goddamn low. Just think about that. Out of the 13 people we have and any more, please hit the like and subscribe. We only have 6 people that hit the like, and please subscribe. These topics are for all of us to survive. And Katie, go ahead, Mo.
Unfortunately, so many hateful and illegal things have been going on for so long, but having a president like Dump, it's all in the light, all of it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we definitely agree with that. Angry Army Vet?
They are listening to Pee Wee German, Stephen Miller.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, yes, yes.
Good one.
They tried to
Definitely
assassinate.
good one.
They
So
tried to
let's
assassinate Trump when he was in that Qatar plane, and then they switched him to the Air Force One. They had to take him off of Air Force One and put him in a catering truck because and they tried to kill him. They tried to kill him. I said, "Why they keep missing? I don't know what's wrong."
Andrea.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
but
say
the
that.
focus is on ICE.
Nice.
So
I know.
guys, the
I'm sorry
BS
about ICE. And
still
they,
continues.
I
They
get
are out
distracted.
there.
People.
Just watch your ace, watch your back,
Yes.
because it is definitely serious. And now they're going to clamp down a little bit more because they're angry, because they're
Mhm.
not getting what they want. And watch out. Birthright citizenship is around the corner.
Yep.
But continue, Andrea, wrap this
Well,
up.
you know, that's for right now. That's all I wanted to say about ICE. But as a reminder to let you know, they're still out there. They haven't left.
And your next topic?
My next topic, if you could put that up for me, and it's about the Black Holocaust. And this is just a FYI of, you know, so if you didn't know this, the Black Holocaust, 246 years of slavery from 1619 to 1865. And keep in mind, before, you know, we were here, they were messing with the Indians. And from 1865 to 1964, we had 99 years of Jim Crow laws, and they're trying to make this Jim Crow too. 86 years of lynching. I don't know if that ever stopped. They say that's from 1882 to 1986. That should say to 2026.
Yes, ma'am.
And then for 14 years of civil rights fight from 1954 to 1968, and police brutality every day, all day, every day. The new police is actually ICE.
Yeah.
So, in other words, they stopped documenting and just letting us believe it's all over. Absolutely not. I'm pretty sure every last one of us can feel the heat on our backs.
Yes,
And I'm
ma'am.
signing off for today for our next angel.
So what I'm gonna tell you about that is we need a top cop to help us out, don't we?
Mm.
Don't we need it? An attorney general. How about
yeah.
that?
Oh my goodness.
Somebody who's gonna work for the people because he's a constitutional man, right?
Right.
Or is he?
Hmm.
Donald Trump,
Mm.
Todd Blanche. cronyism, the slush fund for January 6th,
Mm.
Epstein, all of it. I haven't forgotten. Let's watch. Let's hear. Let's listen.
Really tough breaking news. Todd Blanche was just confirmed on the Senate floor to be the Attorney General of the United States of America. And in truth, that's only a name, because we know what he's been confirmed to do is to be Donald Trump's personal lawyer. And in every way will choose Trump's lies over the law, Trump's corruption over the Constitution. But this is not final. We must still fight to hold him accountable, to put Democrats in a position where they can actually call hearings, do investigations, and fight to make sure that this is not a whole-scale collapse of our rule of law and the things that are important in our nation. Do not stop fighting. This is a setback, but I believe we can still fight forward. Really tough.
It is really tough. Go ahead, Anitra.
It was a very narrow. And believe it or not, two of the people who I didn't think was going to hold their held up, but it didn't do any good. With Mitch McConnell missing, they really thought they were going to make it, and I was kind of excited about that. But the main thing is that he is going to use him against us again as a weapon against us, just like he did Bondi. And when he's done with you, sir, he's going to throw you in the trash. He's done it once, he'll do it again.
Let's go to our supporters and hear what they have to say.
1:30 in the morning. Right.
Yeah, they did it in the middle of the night.
I just
On a
felt,
Saturday.
I felt like they was going to do it anyway, that it was just all, to
Political performance.
make it look like they were working with the people.
Who else got something to say?
Well, a lot of people, I knew this was going to happen as soon as I saw Cory Booker's face. It's like, cringe. Even though he was saying the right things, it's just like it's coming out the wrong face right now.
And I hear that.
We don't
I'm
have
actually,
time for that.
yeah, I'm
don't
just
have
gonna say
time
I'm
for that.
swinging the pendulum on that, and I'll tell y'all why on another episode.
I
Well,
agree.
we don't have time
this
for that.
morning.
We got to vote and vote like we have never done before with the
Mhm.
15, 16, 20 people we have on here. Please like and subscribe. However, make sure you pull 5 people along with you to vote. Get the young people because this affects them. I always hear May Money slap us in the face, indicating that we are not doing anything for them. So, hey, pull them along. Let them do something for themselves. How about that?
We're gonna
Anitra?
listen to this. Yeah, grandma. I
It's
talked
a
to my
very
grandma yesterday.
chilling
She's
message
93.
that they are sending
I'll wait.
across the country and to the survivors that are in their very district. It's telling them that at the end of the day, that they will not vote for them, they will not fight for them, and they will not hear them. We have been spending the past couple of weeks, since before his hearing, knocking on the doors, dropping off files, dropping off books, calling our centers all day today. We've been on the phone trying to get on the phone with them for them to hear us, and no answer. And so it's a very chilling message. I think the country really needs to pay attention to every single senator that votes yes for Todd Blanche, and they need to keep that in mind when they're headed to the polls this fall. It's a very chilling message that
It is a chilling message.
Yep.
Over to you, Anitra.
We have to vote. We have to get it. We have to get the power back by any means. Because all these things. So I'll listen to them. I imagine these ladies feel like there were young girls when they were accosted. They must feel like I'm in a cavern and I keep seeing the light and I keep climbing, using my strength. And as further they get up, they realize that they're steady building on it. They're never going to reach the light because they're building as fast as they can travel. And he said, I'll listen to them, or they can come to my office today. But your actions are going to be based on what Donald says do, not based on what you're supposed to do for the people. So you're not qualified for the job, sir, and he needs to go, or we're going to have to get in power and make him accountable.
Yes. And he's already, as Jamie said, he's already talking about taking over the election because he can't win. He's so scared that they're actually powwowing about how to say we can't have the elections because of national security or some other thing. So the front lines are going to have to stand strong on this, and we as voters are going to have to show up en masse to the polling places. We have got to vote these people out. The people are screaming what they want, and the politicians are not listening.
We have at least 20 people on, and we only have 8 likes. Please hit your like, thumbs up,
Hype us
and then
up.
hit the thumb.
Hype us
And
up.
hype
Hey.
us up. That's what we're talking about. But Anitra, I know you have one more for us. Would you like us to hit it?
Yes, this is just a regular layperson going to tell us a little bit more, and it's going to get your juices flowing in your brain. It did me.
Todd Blanche.
This is GOP Senator Bill Cassidy, who provided the critical vote to allow Todd Blanche to be confirmed as Attorney General of the United States. Oh, and before we watch the rest of the video, I wanted to remind Senator Cassidy that the confirmation vote is not a popularity contest. You choose based on how many nice things you have to say about someone when you're voting for prom king and queen, not for Attorney General. But go on.
And you are confident that he will uphold the Constitution with the upcoming elections? There are Democrats saying he may not.
Well, of course, there's always this existential anxiety,
Yes.
but I am as confident as you can be about the future. You are.
Yeah.
I cannot predict the future, and this is not a black or white decision, but I'm confident on that.
So let me see if I get this straight. Senator Cassidy voted to confirm Todd Blanche in a role designed to enforce our country's federal and constitutional rules. A man who decides who gets prosecuted and who doesn't. He voted to give Todd Blanche those powers and responsibilities, but when asked if he is confident that the new AG will uphold the Constitution, Cassidy is incapable of saying yes. I'm not sure if you understand the severity of what you just heard. Bill Cassidy, a United States Senator, provided one of the decisive votes to make Blanche Attorney General and said that when it comes to Todd Blanche, upholding the Constitution is not a black or white decision. Senator Cassidy, it is. It must be a black and white decision. The rule should be that any candidate whose past conduct makes you question his ability to uphold the Constitution by even 1% should be an automatic no. But of course, that's not the case for Senator Cassidy and most of the 2026 GOP in Congress, because they have completed their transformation into lapdogs who serve the interest of Donald Trump and the executive branch instead of serving the American people. So remember, America, there are 11 senators, according to my record, who voted in favor of this absolute disaster of a confirmation and whose seats are up for re-election this year. You should probably memorize this list, and come November, tell them what their beloved Trump is famous for.
You're fired. Okay.
You're fired. That's exactly what he said. You're fired. We'll holler at you. It's ridiculous. I don't know. He's my surgeon, but he kind of did some orthopedics, but he's really a gynecologist, but he's going to do my knee replacement. It's not happening.
It's
And
not.
Katie is right. We have to make it too big to rig.
To rig. Absolutely. But Jamie, Mo, take on Jamie, because I like to hear their voices. People are commenting and we
Yeah.
got to call it out. Let's go.
Yeah. Do you think even when they lose, they will give up power? That's my fear. That is
Hell
my
no.
fear.
They're going
Yeah.
in the bunker.
That is my fear as well, Jamie. That he's not Mike Johnson. He's not going to swear anybody in. You saw what he did with that congresswoman from Arizona. Took weeks to swear her in. So I believe that even if the Democrats win, it's going to be a fight to even get them sworn in.
I don't know why we can't drag him out. He would drag he'd drag a U.S. citizen out. He would shoot him. He'd shoot him in the street. Remember,
We're going to vote him out.
he don't even have to go to, he doesn't even have to, he could shoot somebody in Fifth Avenue, New York, and wouldn't nothing happen, he said. He
And the
did
way
it.
it's starting to look is
Suzanne?
true, because everything, he's Teflon Don. That's one thing I can't say
He did it in
for
Minneapolis.
now.
Mhm.
Because our supporters are typing, we got to give them their props. Let's read what Katie is saying and Suzanne, because Suzanne brought something up. So go ahead, Katie first.
Said we will have to force them out. They won't leave willingly.
But Don said this today. We need someone that's strong enough to do it. And sometimes the Democrats do seem kind of weak.
Yeah.
There's certain
And,
things.
and the infighting is going on because everybody wants everybody to be perfect. But we at the point now where I have switched my thinking, and it's like we got to get in there and then worry about. I mean, we're not taking no pedophile, no those people, sorry, or anybody that's doing anything kind of graping or anything crazy, stealing or anything. But there's going to be some things I'm going to have to relax on because we need the power back to get in there to make the change, if that makes any sense to everybody.
And
Yeah.
and I feel like Jamie is right. I feel like that was a dress rehearsal on the 6th of January for the worst things. And that's something that was pointed out today too, is they kept testing us. They kept testing the United States, the US citizens. If I do this, if I go to Venezuela and kidnap the president, let's see what they do. If I bomb these ships, in the water and say drugs are on them, what would they do? And we keep just sitting back and say, ooh, instead of doing something. We need somebody that can do something. We need somebody for president that has a backbone and not afraid to say, I'm not doing that. And we're not doing that as a country.
Well,
Absolutely.
go ahead.
Angry Army Vet. What is Angry Army Vet saying?
You said they are weak, but we have to work with what we have. They suck, but that's what I'm saying. I'm looking for that U.S. citizen that's out there listening right now, and you got the age and the mentality and the willpower to go ahead and take on a very challenging job.
And the word is fortitude. Do you have the fortitude to stand up to this administration?
That's right.
Because that's what it's going to take. Fortitude.
And
Tell 'em to
moral
kick rocks.
clarity. And moral clarity.
Yes, absolutely.
Monique could do the cooking.
Lord. With Anitra, you wanted to get something in?
I was just no, I don't think so. It was just basically that we just have to look at things for how they are, not how we want them to be, and work from there. And they definitely suck, and they're dangerous. And we're in Molly. Molly, you in danger, girl. We in danger.
Okay, let's read Wine Dance because Wine Dance is standing 10 toes down on this. Can we put it back up and let's have it read aloud? Let's go.
And I don't know if it's Wine Dance or Wanna Dance. It's not so much the Democrats. We the people have to speak out. We the people have to march on Washington. And speaking of Washington, somebody was saying the other day, we need to march in Mississippi is where we need to march. We need to move that march around the country. We got to strategize and go to different locations like they're doing.
And we need leadership, and it takes leadership. And I don't know. We have to have somebody that's willing, but they don't make they shoot all our leaders. So a lot of people are reluctant to take the position, but even if it's local leaders, we got to do better.
Angry Army Vet. Oh, Momo D.
Well, this is my hubby. He's under my moniker, but this is Mike. He said, we keep pointing fingers at the Dems when we are the weak ones with a third of our country that did not vote.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We are responsible
Well
for that,
said,
so I
Mike.
take that.
Well said. And Jamie had some Angry Army Vet or Jamie?
Angry Army Vet.
Yes.
They have to be willing to go to jail, be an MLK and a John Lewis. Yes.
Absolutely.
And when we voted for other presidents in the past, we actually would get buses together still. Just because you might not be able to have an open polling place to go on Sundays, we can still do another day of the week. It doesn't have to be on Sunday. We can go another day. And they used to buy the college kids pizzas. They used to take them pizzas, get them pizzas and take them to go vote. We have to come up with different ideas.
Absolutely. Jamie?
It's also 30% of the population that believes this crap.
And that's it. And they live in the country and they don't have TV.
Well, they watching something. They listening to something. I
Propaganda
believe
TV.
that. I believe that it's not their TV. It could be their YouTube, their X, their whatever handle they have.
Knocked out there what did Biden say he was going to have in the country? in the country what they have.
Internet?
No, it's not the internet. They needed something else besides the internet. I'll remember.
Well, I
Okay.
tell you what, 370. So he says we hold the power. 370 million people did not go to work for a week. What do you think you're going to do? You know what I'm saying? They had to do what they did Saturday, keep a shutdown to go till after the midterms too. They had to do some stuff on Saturday. The government is damaged. Our country is damaged. We have not enough people that are involved. When you talk to people as I'm walking around, I'm making conversation, either they're 10 toes down and they're ready to talk, or they're like, I don't do politics. I don't want to think about this. But you're complaining about groceries. I said, how do you think that? I told my grandma yesterday. You're 93, but your Medicare got to kick in. You got to register. She was like,
And like I said last week, if you think your Part D is high this year and you got to pay the $2,000 out of pocket before the health care kicks in, it's going to be worse next year.
Angry Army Vet said, I agree with Miss Andrea.
Intimidate
Mississippi. Go ahead, Mom.
Because
Okay.
Roland Martin, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Intimidate Mississippi like they've been intimidating Black people for generations. Go all over the South and say enough is enough and show the united front.
Enough already. Enough already. But let's wrap up this segment before we go into our next segment. Let's hear what Miss Lizzie has to say. And thank you, everyone that's been commenting.
Yeah.
We need to hear from you, because the next topic, I want you to raise the roof, because it is definitely.
Lizzie said, I was registering for classes today, and my university has a link on the same page for voter registration. I thought that was great. It was.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
was
good.
kudos to your university.
They're going to start automatically registering people to vote if there's, not vote, to the draft. So why don't they do it for the vote?
Yeah.
And Jamie?
That's
They're gonna
great, Jamie. He said, I'm part of a group that are transporting people to polls in November. That's great.
That's great.
Mhm.
That is great. And we definitely need to come back around for all of our people that need their medication. We got to make sure that we are riding for them. And I know Jamie is one of them, so we have to hold him down with that. Also, I want to bring up that Lizzie, if you could just give us what university, that would be great. And if you're in school, please ask your university to try to see if they will have a polling and getting people to register to vote. That would be ideal. All
That'd be
right.
great.
Anyone else? Did we miss
And I
anyone
think,
else comment? Miss
some
Katie,
states-
anybody?
Some states have a limit where you have to be registered to vote. Some are 60 days, some are 30 days, some same day in certain states. You need to know what your state is so that you can vote.
Yeah. And
Do it now.
double check your polling places, double check your registration. Even if you think you're registered, make sure that you haven't been purged from the polls.
Well, what's ready for us? Absolutely. From August desk. And today, from my desk, I definitely want to bring up, Don was talking about it, and I felt like these young guys, words matter. Your word really matter. And I want everyone that's there to think about, if you have a loved one that you say that this is my brother, this is my best friend, wouldn't you ask the question, what the hell happened to my brother? Does anyone have any answers to this? Wouldn't that be your question? I have yet to hear that. I haven't heard them do even a rally to try to get information. If anybody have any information of what happened to my brother, I'm telling you, your actions are not lining up with your words. Your words are not lining up with your actions. I am not saying you're guilty. I am not saying you're innocent. What I am saying is that your actions do not line up with your words. And I have a problem with that. So I want to play this real quickly, and I need everyone that's there. I need you to comment. if you really feel what I'm saying. Check this out.
I mean, it's unbelievable where like this has been taken to and the level where this is at.
When you say you've been called out in public, can you give me an example of like, what do you mean? People are threatening you with weapons? People are, not allowing you, denying you service? Because I heard that Trace.
I've been called out in public, and I haven't been in public that much. I know my friends have had encounters in public. The threats have been insane from, my stepmom and my dad, my mom, just everyone included, like even my brothers and my sisters. And it's just hard. I mean, it's unbelievable where like this has been taken to and the level where this is at.
When you say you've been called out in public, can you give me an example of like, what do you mean? People are threatening you with weapons? People are,
All right, let's talk about it. Now, he indicated that the question was, when you say you're called out in public, can you tell us exactly how? Anita, if I said to you, you've been called out in public, what kind of pain did you receive? Are you going to tell me about Andrea's pain? What pain you going to tell me about?
I'm gonna tell you about my pain. How I was in the restaurant and they told me I wasn't getting no pancakes. I'm gonna tell you about that. I'm gonna tell you they said I couldn't use their bathroom. I'm gonna tell you what they said when they did it, and it's gonna be fresh and quick.
And also, Momo, talk back to me. Did I lose Mo? I probably lost. Andrea, weigh in until Mo comes back.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I was muted, guys. I'm so sorry. No, I was infuriated by this interview. I did my homework like a good girl. I knew we were going to be talking about it tonight. So I, pinched my nose and watched it. This was such a pity fest. And this young man is dead. His parents lost their child and they are on a PR tour now. And the thing that infuriated me the most, like you said, if you're going to talk about people confronting you in public or doing something to you, I'm going to share my experience. I'm not going to say what happened to so-and-so, or I'm not going to hem and haw and have to think about what happened to me. It all just rings so false to me. And these young men have been moving wrong since the beginning of this. And no one is saying that they did anything or they didn't. We don't know. We really don't have the facts. We don't have the information that we need to make a decision about whether they did anything. We still don't even know how the young man died. We still don't know that.
Me too, Jamie.
Even if I don't know how he passed, and his neck missing, his lungs is missing, and I got 3 young men that's swearing that this is my buddy. I went by and picked him up every day. He's no friend of mine. If you sit up there and leave me on the island and I must get a boat to get back home, and why I still can't justify why somebody would give them their keys and give them their cell phone. That don't make no sense to me. The keys and the cell phone make the least amount of sense at all to me.
Stick a pin in that, crew. Let's hear from our audience. I asked them to weigh in. Let's go back and get some feedback on what they're saying. Lori is saying
Maureen, she was just agreeing with Miss Maureen. Miss Maureen said, notice the attorney's body language. She's exactly right. And then Lori says his body language was showing something different than what the kids are saying. So it's incongruent. It don't match up. You got 2 things don't match. You got ice, no water. Water, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of stuff. Ham, no burger. This is my thing. He's dressed like the common man. I got on my camouflage. I'm not an attorney. Got on khakis and camouflage. I got my baseball cap on. These guys are normal, and I'm just a normal guy like you. They trying to take the jury pool, too. I'm not stupid.
Go ahead, Jamie. Somebody for Jamie.
Jamie said the attorney is not one of the boys now, is he?
Good one.
Yeah.
But he's looking like one of them.
And I was with Katie. I was watching them, even when they weren't talking. I was watching their faces. I was watching their body language. And it's all just so disingenuous to me.
And again, we're saying from this channel, we're not saying they're guilty and we're not saying they're innocent. We're just saying, and as I was corrected by Wine Dance, your action is louder than words. But for me, words hurt. Action can be a flip off. Action could just be a movement. You can ignore action, but when words hit you, trust and believe it hits you hard. So I agree with you, but words are very difficult, very hard.
And then don't go with love hate him Tatum. Don't go him. Don't go with him. He's
But guys,
tainted.
I have more for you. So let's go ahead and get this segment on it because we couldn't comment, but I want you guys to make sure you get in your comments.
Know how Nolan Wells died. No one here is saying we know. But what we do know is Morgan, Jax, and Warren had nothing whatsoever to do with Nolan Wells' death. And that's what's important. And unfortunately, because there are people who want to divide a town and come in from the outside and tell people what to think and pit neighbor against neighbor, it compounds the tragedy. It magnifies the tragedy. And I just want to say this. Here's why it's an even bigger tragedy. Because my friends here, Morgan, Jax, and Warren, these guys are not just the finest that Ocean Springs has to offer, finest that Mississippi has to offer. These are the finest young men that America has to offer. You know, really great people. And Tyler actually taught me good Ocean Springs people. That was one of the first things I heard when I got here. So I'll just say that they're good Ocean Springs people.
Sorry to interrupt. I know you're enjoying this incredible interview. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and also join.
Then why did their parents hide them? The parents hid them right away. If they such good kids, why did they hide them?
I'm going to say, I think that I would be cautious as a parent. I'm not going to say that. But this whole, if you take the whole thing in its entirety and look at everything, it's super sus. And nothing about it is congruent with what you would do if you had a crisis where somebody was lost or something. I've had situations. I know what we did. I know how we did it. And this is not that.
Yeah.
And so it's going to come out. It's all going to come out in the wash.
It will. It will. And I agree with Jamie. So regardless of if they're guilty or not, their behavior is suspect. And that's what I mean. From the very beginning, they were just moving wrong. They were moving wrong from they got very bad advice.
So why would you keep the keys? And I'm gonna go back to the keys and the phone.
Well, let's say he left the keys, Miss Andrea.
You called the parents, called his mother at 11:30 at night, and y'all got back hours ago and say, "Have you seen your son?"
The whole thing is so disturbing, and the slowness of it is disturbing. I understand we're not on a Law and Order episode or anything like that, but I'm just the way they're always. Well, what if I did this? Well, would it make sense to do this? A lot of things didn't make sense. He said, "Well, will we be gathered around something?" Well, if your boat is sinking, y'all still should have been gathered around, and y'all wasn't acting like that either.
I want to hear from my supporters. What is Jamie saying, and anyone else?
If you're going to hide your kids, keep them hidden until or if something is found. And that's what I'm saying.
Jamie.
They're sitting on there being interviewed on a podcast complaining about the notoriety. But you're giving interviews.
Gaslighting.
Let them talk.
Let's call it what it is. Gaslighting.
Gaslighting. Exactly.
But go let me play this. And let's talk about it on the other side. Let's finish this up.
More than anything. But other than that, I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with Warren and another guy. That's where it first started to take off. And then also the fact that she posted a picture of me and Morgan and another guy and Nolan on the boat together, blasting that out there, pushing this narrative, kind of, I guess. I wish that would have never happened either. And I don't think those would have never happened. A lot of this stuff wouldn't have been as viral or gone all over the country at this point. I mean, this is a countrywide news story that is just blown out of proportion. And the fact that it was our best friend and it's not what people are saying it is what hurts the most. I mean, that was our brother. I mean, straight up. That's what I told his dad the night that he came over to my house. He was like, blah, blah, saying something. I was like, dude, that was my brother. Like, and you know that. He knows that. We were picking him up every single day. He never drove. I can't tell you how many times I pulled up in his driveway and picked him up. And it wasn't him asking. It was just because that's what we did. We just picked up Nolan all the time. That's how we.
I'm going to stop that because
Please.
I'm spitting bullets right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to break it down. If I come to Andrea's house and pick her up, or pick her up from the airport, or pick her up from the plane, or pick her up at Daly, I'm not talking about it. Like I'm doing it from the goodness of my heart. So why am I talking about it?
And you didn't leave me there either. You came back and got me too.
So let's cut the bullshit. Like, to me, the whole optic is just not cool. Let me hear from our supporters. I'm not saying they're guilty. I'm not saying they're innocent. But if I have friends like that, and whoever was the captain on the boat, you never leave a man behind. I don't care. You just never. You make
And you're
sure
not supposed to.
you coming with me. We went out, we come back together. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to tell your friends if they want to come, that's fine. But we all got to go together. It all sounds shady. And I'm trying to look at it from their point of view, but there is no point of view to look at, because now you're blaming the mother for posting. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Dr. Umar yesterday was saying, when he was interviewed, he said he blames all of them, all 30 of them, just for leaving that one person behind.
Let's hear what Angry Army Vet has to say, Mo.
She's got a point. You have his phone, but you call his mother and ask her if she has heard from her son. You have his phone. And this points out what Lori said. All of their interviews can be used against them.
That's right.
That's why I'm saying they're getting bad advice. And hubby says, let's stop the BS. Why are you deleting crap from the phone, from your phone? Wait
a minute, guys. You're not looking at it. They're talking and they're doing interviews because someone has already told them that you guys are not going down for this.
Mm-hmm. They really feel that confident.
And if you look at their body language, they're protecting things. All the young boys have something they protect. They're all got their hands in their lap. They're protecting something. I'll leave it at that. The grown man's got his
in here because Chris Cuomo has so much information and the parents don't even have any information. So how could you put that out there? And even if I was Chris Cuomo, I would have made sure the parents knew this information. It's right. Really how you're moving. You're just moving a little shady. It just doesn't look right.
The kids and the authorities.
Again, this channel is not saying they're guilty. I'm just saying your actions is not adding up.
And the lawyer trying to dress like the kids so that he can hide once he get off that camera stage, so that he can pretend he went up.
And he also wants to look at the everyday man. He wants you to.
Come on, ladies, we got to get our supporters in. What are they saying?
Lori said, no, he was not your brother. If he was your brother, you would have made sure he was on the boat with them.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Period. Who's next?
And that is an insult. What an insult.
Lori, why did you say Chris Cuomo full of crap? Why she say Chris Cuomo full of crap?
Because he's on there saying that he's got all this information, but it's not supposed to be released. So maybe he's making it up, she's saying, maybe?
No, if he had that information, everybody should have that information.
That's
Right.
right.
You know, they're talking about people making money, but who is really making the money? And when they were alluding to, oh, they making money, they were talking about the Wells family. But in order for her to find out how her child died, she needs that money to get to the truth. Angry Army vet, what is she saying?
Shut up. She was trying to find her son. You sound like a whole piece of shit trying to blame the mom because you don't like the attention. And if they didn't like the attention, they would stay their asses off podcasts and TV.
Thank you. This is it. Here is where this channel, you get to revisit and say what you mean and mean what you say. Who's up next?
I agree with Barbara. That
Yeah.
is the part had me almost throw something at my television. What is especially alarming is that kid said this is blown out of proportion. This woman lost her son. He is dead and she doesn't know what happened to him. What the actual F? A young man is dead. And they had the audacity to sit there with their arms folded talking about this has been blown out of proportion. We're getting all this negative attention. Boo-hoo, poor us.
I haven't heard from Jazzy Renee yet. Talk back to me, Jazzy. You usually dig deep. What you got? What you got? Who's up next?
Yeah, Chris does go as the wind blows. You ain't
Chris
never
does,
lied.
yep. Chris goes as the wind blows. Yep.
Who's
Oh,
next?
I agree, Jamie. We need Dexter to find the truth at this point. Yes, we do.
That's why I can't do certain things because people say I will be Dexter, and I'm like, yeah, you no sense of even getting in that line of work.
Yes,
I hear you, Jamie. Who's next? Because let me tell you, I can understand when you sit here and you look at this, and like Barbara said, you want to throw something at the TV, but this is the place you get to say what you mean and mean what you say. I haven't heard from Jazzy Renee. Talk back to us, Jazzy. What is Jamie saying?
He said they are planting doubt.
Because I'm gonna keep talking about the telephone and the car keys. That didn't make no sense. So if he got back on the boat and he got to the island, he still couldn't drive home. This ain't making.
None of it makes sense.
Mhm.
You're immune to death, right?
To me,
I'm gonna say what Monique said. Why were they erasing the messages on their phones?
Now they're saying that no messages was erased and that that the parents and Crump is not cooperating with the police. Let's stop it. They said Crump's attorney team put out a statement. All right. Anytime, any place, I'm surmising they are willing to give it up. But guess what? They want independent to make sure that the facts are revealed. Again, we're not saying that you're guilty. We're not saying that you're innocent. What we are saying, we are hurt with your words.
You saying
because
silence
you never took
it.
the time to think about Nolan. And right now we're thinking about Nolan. We're thinking about Christine. We're thinking about that Wells family, that they have a child and you don't know how your child passed away. Come on now.
And I want to know why so many people been hung in the past couple of months. I mean, off of trees that they climbed up that's so high and ain't got no scratch marks from the trees.
That's a whole nother subject. I just want to wrap up my segment in regards to this. Angry Army vet, what are you saying?
What to say?
They can live with themselves because they didn't see Nolan as a friend or human. They saw him as Black entertainment.
Wow. Powerful.
Wow.
That's powerful.
Yep.
Angry Army
Powerful.
vet. That's
She always comes deep. Who's next? Barbara.
My thing is this: kids separate, but true friends always tell someone. Always. There's no way none of my baby's friends would leave her and not tell me she got separated from them.
Or make a phone call and say, hey, Miss Wells, your son said he's going somewhere. That phone call didn't happen until 11 something. And it's not even that kind of verbiage.
And I don't care.
I mean, we could all sit here and pick it apart, but I want to know what the hell happened to that young man.
I don't care what Anitra.
You want to know what the hell happened to that young man. Stop gaslighting us. And the sad part, and I think that's what you hear in my voice and in my heart, we may never know what happened to that young man unless one person cracked. But they're not going to crack because there's no hammer coming down on them. They're not
Right.
being interrogated. Nobody is. Talk back to me.
I done
Why
been
not?
accused of things before my past, and I've been subjected to other things to prove my innocence, or at least that I'm not a person of interest. And I don't feel like they've had this same scrutiny, and I don't understand that. Just because they were in the right proximity. But I do understand it because what we've been doing forever is what Mississippi has always done. And contrary to some people, they acting like themselves. So we're gonna act like ourselves and counteract that with protests, and you're gonna give us an answer of some sort.
Yeah.
And with that said, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for weighing in. I'm wrapping up my segment. Lori, what Lori is saying?
If it was a true accident, they would have been very upfront and transparent. They were not at all. They immediately went into cover-up mode. So whether it was a tragic accident, they thought they were going to get in trouble or whatever, but now it is ballooned into this whole thing, and that mother may never know what happened to her child.
I just feel like you don't cover up accidents.
You don't. And you're feeling this.
And it's your friend.
Miss Barbara?
If the shoe were on the other foot and we were all nonchalant about this, we would be called every dirty name in the book. I bet everyone on this panel wanted justice for Gabby Petito.
Did. I went down for Gabby.
Speak out loud, Miss Barbara. Okay? Speak out loud. So now we want justice for Nolan Wells.
Yeah.
How about that?
I want justice when we find out where all them people getting hung in Mississippi.
I'm trying to stay on Nolan Wells.
Okay, I'm trying.
Go ahead, Andrea. Go ahead, Angry Army Vet. What you saying?
To say Mississippi is not racist, they cannot even pass an anti-lynching bill in 2026. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what
That
I'm
part.
talking about, August.
That part.
They're hanging
exactly that part.
In that tree that's 30, 40 feet high.
Katie, talk back to me. What
She said she was absolutely right. You have nothing to hide with an accident.
Nope. Lori.
He said, Angry Army Vet, yes, you are so right. It pisses me off so much. It's ridiculous.
I want to thank everyone for weighing in. Hopefully you got a chance to get some stuff off your chest, because sometimes when you sit down and it has a million people on there and you're trying to put a comment up and your comment don't get highlighted, I know how you feel. So I hope we did not miss anyone's comment tonight. Please make sure you like and subscribe. And this is what we're all about. Our voice, our voices are being heard. Our actions are being uplifted. And guess what? We're going to transition, because you know what time it is. It is a little bit of history with food. Go ahead, Miss Mo.
Yeah, we're going to lighten it up a little bit now, guys. I'm going to be diving into Thai food, which is one of my favorites, actually. And it's so tasty and it's so simple to make. Thai food. It's got like over a 4,000 year tradition. It started off with the indigenous people in Thailand, and then they had influences come in from China, from Portugal, from all different kind of places that get us our Thai food that we have today. And it's delicious, delicious, delicious. It's one of my favorite types of food to make. Real simple, but like I said, it's always tasty, and it's very easy actually to make Thai food. So we've got a little video to just give you a little bit of background and a little bit of history on Thai food.
Absolutely. We will get that up right away. Let me just remove that and bring up Thai food.
I'm excited to learn about Thai.
Yeah. Yeah.
I eat mostly Chinese food.
To explore the amazing world of Thai food. Thai food is known for its awesome tastes. So, grab your forks and spoons and let's learn. We're going on a food adventure. Let's go back in time thousands of years. The Thai people from southern China moved to what is now Thailand. They brought their cooking styles simple but tasty. Early Thai food was all about fresh food from nearby. Rice, the main food, was eaten with fish from the rivers. Herbs and veggies from the forests added extra flavor. The tastes were fresh and bright, like a party for the seasons. Trading with other countries brought new foods and ways of cooking, making Thai food the mix of flavors we love today. Imagine old trade routes busy with people from faraway lands. Traders from India brought new tastes and ways of cooking to Thailand. Spices like turmeric, cumin, and coriander made Thai curries warm and flavorful. From China came stir-frying. Woks filled with garlic, ginger, and soy sauce made yummy smells. Noodles, a big food in China, became part of Thai food too. This wasn't just about food, it was about different cultures mixing together, making Thai food even better. The smell of exciting spices filled the air as ships from Persia and the Middle East arrived. Spices like cardamom, cloves, and cinnamon, known for their strong tastes and smells, came to Thai kitchens. One of the best things from these places was Muslim-style food. Masaman curry, with its rich sauce, shows this. Chilies also arrived, making Thai food spicy like it is today. Over many years, these different styles, Indian, Chinese, Middle Eastern, and European, mixed with Thai cooking. Thai cooks tried new flavors, putting them together in special ways. This made Thai food what it is, a perfect mix of tastes, fresh herbs and spices, and different textures. Thai food wasn't just about eating, it was about Thai culture, a celebration of history and creativity. Get ready for yummy food as we look at different Thai foods from around the country. Imagine Thailand like a colorful blanket, with different colors and textures. Each part of Thailand has its own special food. From the flatlands in the center to the mountains in the north, the spicy northeast and the tropical south, Thai food is very different everywhere. The weather, land, and culture make each region's food special. Let's go on a food trip and see these different tastes. Welcome to central Thailand, the middle of the country and home to Bangkok. Here, lots of fresh fruits, veggies, and seafood grow, making food that's sweet, salty, sour, and spicy all at once. Coconut milk makes curries and soups creamy and a little sweet. Green curry is a famous dish from here, a tasty and flavorful curry that's perfectly sweet, salty, and spicy. Central Thai food is all about mixing tastes perfectly. As we go north, we see hills and cool mountain air. Welcome to northern Thailand, where food is relaxed and has flavors from nearby Myanmar. Here, sticky rice is more popular than the jasmine rice from central Thailand. Northern Thai food is usually less spicy than the south, with more savory tastes. Khao Soi, a yummy curry noodle soup, is famous here. Northern Thai food is a special experience, different from the spicy food of other places. Get ready for super strong tastes in northeastern Thailand, also called Isan. Next to Laos and Cambodia, this area has food that's as strong as its people. Isan food is not for people who don't like spicy food. Somtom, a spicy papaya salad, is a famous Isan dish. Larb, a minced meat salad, is also popular. Isan food is all about strong tastes. Let's explore Thailand's street food hot woks, yummy smells, and lots of different tastes. Imagine walking through busy markets and streets where cooks make amazing food right in front of you. Thai street food is easy to get. It's cheap, quick, and everywhere, for everyone from busy workers to families. But Thai street food is more than a quick meal. It's part of everyday life, part of Thai culture. In Thailand, food is more than just eating. It brings families, friends, and communities together. People rarely eat alone. Sharing is important, with food often served family style. This feeling of community is everywhere. Street food stalls are places where people meet, where cooks greet their customers with smiles. Food brings people together, makes connections, and creates memories.
And with that, Mo, you had one more dish that you wanted to show them. This dish.
Yes.
Talk to me about it.
This dish, now this is a fried fish. They actually of course, they gut the fish, and they take it and they deep fry it. And then you've got on the side, you have like a yogurt coconut sauce with fresh vegetables, with the cauliflower and carrots and different vegetables. And I can't quite make out the one that's on up to the left. I couldn't make that one out, so I can't really tell you what that is. But these 3 over here are like pastes and sauces that you can use to dip the vegetables and things like that in. And they also will give you sometimes a flatbread, and you can mix these things up into the flatbread and eat it that way. And then this one on the side over here, I believe that is the eggplant dish. And they cut it up with different spices and vegetables and things like that. And coconut milk is like a staple. So like they said, it has kind of the sweet, spicy, salty. It has everything going on at once. It's delicious, delicious food. And just to let you guys know, the way that I pick these countries to feature, these are my bucket list countries. So every place that you see me featuring is where I want to go one day. And I've heard that Thailand is a very reasonable trip, to take. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one thing I want to bring up today before we close out. We definitely going to go with Miss Andrea's Funny, but we lost Jackie, and I need to let us pay homage to Jackie.
A final flight for Jackie, the famous bald eagle from Big Bear, California, who became part of thousands of people's lives through a 24/7 stream. Tonight, a heartbreaking goodbye after years under the watch of devoted fans.
Watching her gave people a connection to nature. It gave people an outlet.
The Ojai Raptor Center, which had been caring for her, says she died early this morning, adding, her condition continued to deteriorate despite intensive treatment and the combined efforts of our veterinary team and consulting specialists. Last month, Jackie was seen fighting with other eagles and then struggling to wade through the water before being rescued. She'd been in intensive medical care for more than 3 weeks after a mysterious illness unrelated to that attack. But it was the sweet moments with her family that drew millions of views. Many watched Jackie and her mate Shadow build a home, weather brutal winters, and raise their eaglets together. Now, condolences pouring in.
She was fierce. She was gentle. She was very dynamic.
The center saying we're deeply grateful for the way Jackie brought people together through a shared love of wildlife. Because even though there's now an empty nest, Jackie filled the hearts of so many. Camila Bernal and
Absolutely. So, Jackie, you used to always be on our TV. So, I'm going to miss you, Jackie. Guys, weigh in on it. How do you feel?
I agree, Jennifer. A sacred gift from the Creator.
Yes, she was. Absolutely. She really was. And with that said, anybody else have any other comments about Jackie? Are we highlighting any comments?
Jackie was beautiful. So sad. Love Jackie.
Oh,
They make songs about Jackie, like eagles, y'all, like eagles.
Mhm.
Fly away,
Yeah.
Jackie. We'll see
That
you
is
soon.
so true. But guys, before we play this funny, make sure you like. I only have 10 likes. Let's come on. I got 20 people on here and I only have 10 likes. What's the other 10 doing? Before you jump off, please hit that like button. We really need you.
You gotta like us because
Absolutely.
it's for free. You gotta like us because we're on TV.
Absolutely. And if you can, you like the substance, like Wine Dance was saying that, yo, you learned something new. Absolutely. On this channel, that's what it's all about. Let's hear from Miss Andrea's Funny.
It's a what would you do moment.
I can't help you, buddy. Would you pay for this water for me? I left my wallet. Would you pay for this water for me by chance? Man, hell no, you got money, don't you? Hey, would you pay for this water for me? I left my wallet.
Okay, sure.
Oh. Listen, so check this out. This is an experiment. So since you were gonna gonna pay for the water for me. I'm gonna pay for all your groceries. Hey, I left my wallet. Would you pay for this water for me?
So, Andrea, talk back to us.
Excuse
about
me. Would you pay for this water for me?
You never know. You never know what's going on.
You gotta know
That's who you talking to.
You just never know, right?
People that said no because it's just a bottle of water.
Exactly.
A
I
whole
would
lot of
prefer
people
the
that
bottle
say
of
no
water.
too.
I would. So, guys, let's do our quick round robin. Let's go with Miss Andrea to close us out.
Well, I want to say rest in peace, Jackie.
Anitra?
I'm a little dismayed, a little sad, coming up on a little scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. Coming up on the midterms, things are starting to get real, if you know what I mean. And we're still making poor decisions in our government, not handling our business. So try to keep your mind healthy and keep your soul strong. And we're gonna brace for the worst. We're gonna hope for the best, and we're gonna have to do our part to make it so.
Absolutely. Miss M?
I'm sorry. I was just distracted by Jamie's comment. It's, I'm going to change what I was about to say. We as a country have lost our humanity. When people are being cited and jailed for helping other people, there is something very, very wrong. And the midterm elections are just the beginning, We have so much work to do in this country.
Do you
We've
know
lost
why
our
they
way.
thought it was wrong? Do they know why they thought it was wrong?
I mean, there ain't no good reason, no matter what they say.
Yeah, that's true.
Bottom line. Is that it, Miss M?
Yeah. It just, makes me sad. It makes me sad.
Well, we have 20-something people on, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hearing your voice. Thank you for commenting and hitting that like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate all the feedback that we get. If it's something that you want to hear, talk about, react to, let us know.
Or you want to hear me sing?
No.
I'm going to mute you.
Yeah, hit that button. But for our audience and supporters, please let us know what we're not talking about, what you'll like to hear, and we'll definitely get it on. Jamie, Lori, Angry Army Vet, Katie, and also Wine Dance. I'm so glad you stopped by. Momo D, I'm so glad you always support us. And Jazzy Renee, Miss Maureen, Connie, I'm doing roll call because
And
I
Aunt
want you guys
Jamina.
to know that we truly, truly love you and appreciate you. And please tune in to us on Thursday. And this weekend is Saturday Park Sip. So time in because you just never know where the girls are going. All right. You see Miss Anitra sipping. And with that
please,
said,
please, if there's anything that you guys would like us to cover that we might be missing, or a subject that you think is not getting enough attention, just write it in the comments because we read all of our comments, So thank you for being here and thank you for your support.
and until Thursday, you guys please have a great night. And we'll
Au
see you
revoir.
soon.